What's going on, guys? So we have the 2024 Ford F450 Platinum Super Duty in the shop today, and I want to show you guys a trick that's pretty cool, and you may not have known that your truck does this, especially if you had the previous generation 2017 through 2022 model, because it was a little bit different. So let's take a look at this real quick. Hang tight, I'll be right back. All right, so when you open up the door to get in the back, you can see I have the seat down currently. Interestingly enough, the subwoofer in this truck is entirely different than it was in my previous generation 2017 truck, as well as my 2016 F450. Those speakers were much larger, at least the box was, and it took up this entire area back here. This speaker assembly is super, super compact. I don't even know what size speaker that is. It might be like a 6x9 or something, but part of the project I'm working on today was going to be to swap this out and put a new subwoofer in, but I didn't realize how small and insignificant it was. Sounds pretty good considering, but I definitely wish there was more bass response. So I was hoping that I could simply swap the subwoofer out and do a similar project to one that I did a while back on my 2016 truck. I still actually have the 8-inch subwoofer and the Clarion amplifier that I had installed in that truck that I removed when I sold the truck or traded it in. This speaker right here is not going to be the same by any stretch, but the point of what I'm trying to share with you today isn't the speaker, it's accessing the speaker. It's accessing the space that you actually have behind the seat. So whenever you flip the seat up, it locks in place. And the challenge that you typically have with this type of setup is the fact that you can't any longer just pull the seat down. It doesn't pull down, right? It doesn't lay flat like that. But you saw that I had opened it. Well, on my 2017 truck, I actually installed a little strap back there that was designed to allow you to quickly pull the seat down if you needed to, because it's not there on this truck. But what's kind of cool is if you lift the bottom seat up, it spaces the back of the seat off a little bit. You can reach your hand down here and you can actually flip the little clip right here. Probably heard that. Put the seat back down. Now watch. You can fold the seat down and it will fold flat. I just have this little pouch back here. But what you're doing is you have this little lever right here, or this latch, that locks onto that right there. And when it's locked, that's what it looks like. But when you reach your hand back there, there's a little peg right there. And you simply pull that peg up and it unlocks it. I'll show you that again. And then you can lift the seat back, or you can tilt the seat forward and get access to this space back here. And because of them going to this much smaller subwoofer, which it doesn't look like the amp is connected to it like it was on my 2016 with the Sony system where the amplifier was actually on the box itself, this one looks like it simply powers the subwoofer with the 2 wires right here. Might be 3 wires, but it looks like it might just be 2 wires. Yeah, right there. And that's your power going into that sub. So I don't know what the ratings are. I don't even know if it's a subwoofer. Like I said, it looks kind of like a 6x9, but it's in a very, very shallow enclosure, and it doesn't take up a heck of a lot of room. And you actually get quite a bit of room back by lowering the seat right here. And I love the fact that they give you that quick latch access to do that. It actually adds a layer of security as well, because if you put something back here that you don't want people to access easily, they may not know how you work that latch system to actually drop the seat down. But I wanted to share this with you because I know there's a lot of folks out there who would like to be able to drop the seat down, but they don't think it's possible on the newer Super Duty 23, 24, probably 25 and 26. And yeah, it's very possible. You just pull that little lever up, it flips it up, and you do have to slam it back when you want to lock it in place, because it takes a bit of pressure for that to drop down over that bar right there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is remove the factory subwoofer. They're 13 millimeters. I don't know if they all are, but yeah, they're all 13 millimeters. So we're going to remove that bolt down there, this one up here, and then there's one on the other side, and that should give us access to this subwoofer, hopefully. But yeah, let's get this thing out of here so you can see what size it is, because it is definitely a peculiar size. So once you remove those 3 13 millimeter 2 nuts and 1 bolt, you are going to have to pop that little grommet off right here. So a grommet removal tool is best. You could probably just break it off or take it off with your fingers, but yeah, if you have a grommet removal tool, that would probably work out best. All right, let's get the speaker out. We have it disconnected already. You just have a quick plug right here. All you have to do is disconnect the subwoofer, which is really nice. That makes things a lot simpler. Okay, so here's what the assembly looks like. Again, just have those 3 fasteners holding it in place, and then a little grommet on the side here that you have to remove, and then the clip. You can see that they have done some interesting things here. So this is a vented box. So that's interesting. So they really, I'm going to say they really created a very elaborate system right here. You know, this is kind of interesting because this almost makes me believe this kind of routes to the outside of the vehicle, but I'm not 100% certain. Look inside of the vehicle and find out what's going on there. So would you look at that? That actually, you can see light coming in. This looks like it actually routes with that vent to the outside of the truck, because that's the bed right there. Yeah, that's definitely the bed. That is very, very, very different. I don't know if it's used for heat. I don't know why they would do that, but the factory subwoofer actually has a spot that plugs into this and goes out into the, just the outside of the vehicle. That's very, very strange. Again, you can see the light right there coming in. That is very peculiar. Okay, so I've pulled the speaker out. It's simply taking these 4 screws out. And you see the subwoofer right here. It doesn't list the ohms directly on it. Again, very odd size. It actually kind of reminds me of the Bose subwoofers that they put inside some of their newer L-series, it's kind of studio speaker system, or their PA speaker system. But this is definitely more of an oval shape than I've seen any 6x9 or anything else, which has more of a taper to it. It's a paper cone with a foam surround. It's not a rubber surround, but that's pretty much what you're going to see on all vehicles. And then it has another plug right here, which plugs into that on the inside of this housing. You can see how they run the wire through right here. This is all foam sealed with this kind of like a butyl rubber tape going around it. And then there's that vent that you saw before right there, which again is extremely odd. I don't have any idea why they have that there. But yeah, this is what the setup looks like. Strangest OEM speaker system I think I've ever seen, and I do not know what the impedance of this speaker is. We're going to check out the impedance of this speaker by setting the multimeter to ohms, and we're going to simply touch the terminals back here. Hopefully it's 4. There we go. So we have a 4 ohm factory speaker in here. That is odd because back in the day, that's not something that was common. Typically in vehicles, they would have very strange impedance speakers, sometimes a 6 or a 7 ohm or an 8 ohm speaker. 8 ohms not very strange, but it made it difficult if you simply wanted to drop in a new subwoofer, because most of your subwoofers are going to be 4 ohms. Yet you can purchase an 8 ohm version of a lot of them, but again, most speakers that you're going to find tend to be 4 ohm speakers. Okay, so I'm going to have to take a different approach to this. I've stopped and I've done a little research and I've realized what this is. This is actually called an infinite baffle speaker or infinite baffle subwoofer system. Basically, it uses the cab of the truck itself as the subwoofer in conjunction with this. So when I reinstalled it by covering that baffle, it literally felt like it shut the subwoofer down completely. You could hear nothing coming out of it. There was literally no sound at all. I have a feeling this is probably so you don't have to have as much wattage to produce a very, very bass feel to the system. I wouldn't say that the sound system in here is bad at all. It actually sounds really good. But it's definitely more blended to allow the bass, the feel, the resonance, and the frequency to complement the other speakers, which is really what you want. That's kind of the goal of building a really well thought out engineered sound system. So the imaging and the staging of everything complements each other and you don't have any overwhelmingness in one space. So You definitely don't have any overwhelming bass in this truck at all. And that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to take this on, because I wanted to get a little bit more bass. I wanted a little bit more punch out of it. And this isn't giving that to me. That said, though, the way this is definitely designed is not the same as what you might think in a traditional subwoofer powered system that you have in most vehicles. And this is definitely a more thought out engineered system. I'm actually surprised to see it because I'm not familiar with this type of sound system. That said, I'm going to think this through a little bit more and try to plan out how I can add a subwoofer to this, probably and possibly running one in line with a line output converter utilizing the factory plug feeding this. But I can tell there's very little power actually feeding this sub. It's really just enough to allow it to resonate and to kind of use the cab as the enclosure, which is kind of crazy. I don't know how I feel about swapping this out and trying to add more bass considering how this was designed. And I think the folks over at B&O and Ford put a lot of thought and time into the system to try to make it sound as good as possible. And I don't know if all the higher trim trucks have it or if it's just like Platinum and Platinum Plus Unlimited models when they had those in the Super Duty lineup. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the factory sub, if it's enough for you, if you'd like to add more bass to it, more lower frequencies, because I do feel like there's a good amount of frequencies that I'm missing because of this system. I feel like it's given me a great overall sound, but I would like a little bit more lower end and a little bit more punchiness to the sub, and I'm not getting that with the current system. So I'm going to plot this out. I'm going to try to figure out what I can do to give me what I'm looking for without giving me too much of what I'm not looking for, and that's like a ton of bass. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for a really, really, really well balanced system. And this is pretty close to that. It's just not right where I want it to be. So I'm going to figure this one out, and I'll probably leave that to another video because it's probably going to be an entire video in and of itself. Anyways, guys, please drop a comment below. Let me know if you have a Platinum, Platinum Plus, possibly King Ranch. Look behind your seat, see what subwoofer you have. If it's this strange subwoofer in this really small enclosure, you might have the same infinite baffle system that my Platinum has. And from what I read, Platinum, Platinum Plus, and Limited, if you have a 23, 24 model, had this, whereas all the other versions of the truck had a traditional subwoofer. But I'd love to know what you all think about it and what system you specifically have. If you have a minute, you can drop your seat down by pulling the little tab right here to release it, and you can look back there. I'd love to know. Leave a comment below. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, so when I decide to finally tackle this job, you can see what we decide to go with. If you haven't had a chance, take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.